everyone, it's Erica from America. Today I'm going to share about Coast Fire. But before I do that, I want to address some of your questions about what is fire in general. Some of you have heard about fire, but you don't know what it is, you don't know what the movement is. So I'm going to try and introduce some of that today. So, FIRE stands for Financial Independence Retire Early. So, society tells us to go to college, get a job, work that job until you're 65 or 70, then you retire, and then you have 10 years to live, and that's it. And so the FIRE movement really challenges that assumption. So it says, okay, we don't want to wait until we're 65 or 70 to live the life that we want. We want to get out of the rat race earlier. So it is countercultural to challenge societal norms. Being part of the FIRE movement is really about trying to build the life that you want a lot earlier in life. And so, FIRE is about hitting a number in your investments rather than an age, like 65 or 70. So that's a little bit about fire, and there are many flavors of fire. So, for example, there is fat fire. So, if you want to spend lavishly in retirement, for example, you want to take first class plane tickets, you want to buy multiple houses, you want to buy multiple cars, that's fat fire. Whereas lean fire is the opposite of that, where you still have enough money in your investments account, but you spend really frugally, or maybe you move abroad where it's cheaper than the US. And so today I want to focus on one of the flavors of fire called Coast Fire. So Coast Fire is when you front load your investments earlier on, and you can pause retirements if you want to and pay for your day-to-day expenses, and you let that money that you front loaded grow and compound over time. So by the time you hit 65 or 70, you will have enough for retirement. And so I'm going to go through an example with this fire calculator that I'll share in the video. But right here it says, let's say there's someone who's in their 30s and their retirement age that they want is 67. And let's just say, for example, since this is the default in the fire calculator that I use, that your annual spending that you estimate is about $30,000 a year. And currently you have $100,000 in investments, and your monthly contribution is around $500. So, based on this calculator, it's saying that you're about 18 years from Coast Fire. So let's change up the numbers a little bit. Let's say this person has the same of everything, except they have maybe $150,000 saved in investments. And so by just updating this amount of money that you have front loaded in your investments accounts, it says that you would only need 5 years to Coast Fire. And let's change up the numbers again. So let's say you have $200,000 invested, and let's say you have zero that you're contributing monthly. That means that as a 30-year-old, you have hit Coast Fire. And the beauty of this milestone is that it gives you financial flexibility. It says, okay, I no longer need to invest for retirement if I don't want to. I can pause retirement savings and use that chunk of money for something else. And so, what I was saying in earlier videos is some people, when they hit this number, they pay off their mortgage early, they work part time, they quit their day job and become an entrepreneur. And so this milestone is so huge, and it's one of the steps to getting to traditional fire. Um, and it can give you so much freedom to be able to build the life that you want. So, one caveat for Coast Fire is that you still need to pay for your day to day expenses. So, while you can maybe pause retirement savings, you still need to pay for your rent or mortgage or for your food or for your transportation. So, that's just one thing that you want to take a note of. So, what questions do you have about Coast Fire? You can also share questions about fire in general. Leave them in the comments and I'll take a look at them. Thank you.